All right. Good morning once again for those who just joined. I addressed the persons here earlier, and welcome once again to Rally Academy. My name is Victor, and I'm going to be your host for this morning. So we should be able to start now. Others will just join us on this call. Please, I need to confirm if you can hear me. For as many as can hear me, please. Thank you so much, Moji. Good morning. Good morning. Trust you. You are good today. Every other person, can you hear me? So I'll know I'm not just on my own. Before I start, I'll need to confirm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, let's kick off. So as usual, I like to start from the fundamentals because a number of things constitute what happens on the chart. There are what happens on the chart and things that happen outside of the chart that has a way of affecting the chart. Please, I need every other person mute. No. Okay. So there are a number of events, things that happens economically that has a way of affecting the charts, just as we all experience the last few days. In fact, last few weeks before the U.S. election, post-election, I'm sorry, pre-election market movements, especially on gold. Gold became very, very bullish. Just kept going up. People were trying to put their money more on gold because they don't know who would win the election and how it will affect the currency, if it is good or bad. So everybody was trying to bet safe and moving their money to gold. And you can see that after the election, gold started coming down. People started picking their money from gold, putting back in dollar because all of a sudden dollar became very strong, massively strong. And now you can see that we are now having like the reverse now. So after the election, dollar down, dollar up, gold down, for instance, and now we are beginning to see dollar lose that strength again. So basically, fundamentals play vital roles. And one of the ways we can capture them is via Forex Factory, investing.com, and a number of sites. But this is for just ease. We just want to stick with Forex Factory. And basically, we have GBP, that's the Consumer Price Index, which came out good as at this time. So we'll see that the inflation rate is not as high as before, is improving by 2.3%. Hence, the GBP is supposed to be strong as of this morning. Let's see if that is the case. Oh, exactly, yeah. So GBP is currently trading at 60 something percent, and the GBP and CAD, yeah, exchanging the pattern. So if we look at GBP peers, yeah, I don't think I have anyone here. So if we look at, let's say, GBP USD, for instance, we could see so we had this spike to the upside. Like I said, GBP became strong, so we have this spike to the upside. So before now, GBP USD has been going massively bearish, massively bearish. Let's see it on a 4-hour time frame. Massively bearish this whole time. Oh, let me see now. This is the second touch. So it broke out but came back. Now it broke out here and it was supposed to start going up. GBP was supposed to be stronger than USD, but because of still the election stuff, USD still became strong. So it kept going to the downside, right? So just this little spike here on my 1 hour, and this side looks like on my 15 minutes. Okay, you can see how significant it is on my 15 minutes time frame here. So let me just complete my fundamentals. Sorry, before we go into technicals. We don't have much fundamentals for today. I prefer the yellow envelope events, red envelope events. Those are the high impact news. On this brown envelope, we don't really have that much. We just have medium impact news. But irrespective, we are looking at the European Central Bank Financial Stability Review. It's not a data news. Hence, we most likely might not know, just see the effect in the market. And that's it. That's like the major stuffs. Then crude oil inventory. ECB President Christine Lagarde speaks around 2 p.m. Also not a data news. We don't have data news for the euro today. Then crude oil inventories later around 4:30 p.m. Today. So basically, these are what we have. But the major one for today is the GBP, which we just experienced right now. Hopefully, the GBP continues to maintain that strength. But what you notice is that as much as the GBP gains strength, the USD was already strong. So you can see that the US dollar was already strong from here. The USD was around 60 something percent at the time. You see now GBP is still climbing further. Hopefully, the tide turns because of this news and we start to experience more of a bullish momentum for the GBP, right? Then, so coming to our technicals now, since we don't really have much interference anymore, coming to our technicals, what are we expecting price to do for today? What do we envisage? What do we think? What is most likely going to happen in the market for today is the fact that let's start from where we are right now, GBP USD. So as my usual practice, I like starting from a higher time frame. From a higher time frame, you can see that price was having massive bearish momentum, all the way. And price broke out, for like the first time, price broke out on this particular momentum here. They tested it and kept going to the downside. So right now, hopefully this particular news can give GBP that strength to start becoming bullish. And you notice we have a support level at this point. We have a support level at this point here on a 1 hour time frame. So let me go back to my 4 hours. So if we look at it again, we also notice that we have a major support level at this point also. A major support level at this point also, which has not really been retested. Price just came very close, but actually did not retest that level, okay? So for the first time, price has come back to retest that level again. And let me see. So there is another here, which price also broke. Okay, so there's a resistance here. Now, in my own point of view, what I envisage is that if all things being equal, GBP continues to maintain its strength, we most likely will see price trading from this support all the way to this resistance level. Now, as usual, you won't see price just going straight up. It will go, come just like this level, go, come, and go upside, downside, keep going, but keep maintaining a bullish momentum. So that's it on a 4-hour time frame. So let's look at it on a 1-hour time frame right now. On a 1-hour time frame, where will most likely be having my buy. The buy is good, but like I said, we are looking out for is going to be most likely going to be more bullish from here all the way to this resistance point. How long will it take for price to get there? I might not be able to tell. But price is most likely going to keep trading bullish. On my 30 minutes time frame, you notice there's this. There are different levels of resistance actually. There's one here. There's one here, and there is another here, which is holding price currently. Let me just mark this level right here, where price is at the moment. All right. So basically, like I said, GBP USD is most likely going to be bullish for the remaining part of this week, except we have another fundamental that gives dollar strength against the pound. Then it can come back, and if it comes back, I think it's just coming back to this support level again. It will find it hard to break this support level. So I think we have a good point where we can start entering our market from. At the moment, we have this very, very good support level here, and we have this targeted resistance as our level of supply. All right, so that's for GBP USD. Let's look at Euro USD also. I think I marked this support level for us. The last time we have our analysis, you can see that I like to leave my chart the way it is so that I just keep following the movement that way. So let's go back to our 4-hour time frame on Euro USD. This is Euro USD. So you can see we marked these levels. Okay, we have this level of support, this level of support. This level of support has been mitigated. That means price respected it here, went up, now broke it this time, respected this one, went up, broke it again, and is back to this level right now. Let me use my daily time frame. I think it'll be clearer on my daily time frame. Aha, this is how it looks like on my daily. Okay, so you can see this support I'm talking about, right? So this support level is a very, very strong support level. So it had the first time here, second one, third one, and this is the fourth touch. So on a daily time frame, having 4 touches on the support level, I think we can say is a verified or possibly even a proven support. Okay, so which means is a good point to be buying from, right? And if you notice, the first step is price will move from this level all the way to this level of resistance. Let me extend this one slightly further. All right, so from this support to this resistance, which price is trying to do now, it can decide to get to this resistance, respect it, and come down. But I don't think the second time it will. It's break out to this level, all the way to this level, all things being equal. All right. Then, so how does it look like? This how it looks like on my 4-hour time frame. I need price to completely be above my moving average. That's why I also leave my moving average on my charts. Okay, moving average is also a very good way I tend to catch trend. So when the price is, for instance, below my moving average, now I just wait for a retest. If you retest and it holds and it goes down, then I know that, okay, price is bearish, especially on the higher time frame, 4 hours, daily. So on my 1 hour, price is already above the moving average. It's holding, but not holding very well. Still trying to come to this level of support, but at least you can see that this support level is holding, right? So if I want to start to trade this guy now, all I need to do is to apply my trend line. You will notice that every time it goes up, it comes down, but it doesn't come to the original support it started moving up from. It goes up again, it comes down, it doesn't get here, it goes up again, it comes down, it doesn't get here. So you can see that trend, right? So that is what I'll be trying to target at the moment. I'll be combining my trend line as well as my moving average, because every time it comes down, it breaks my moving average, but still goes back up, breaks, still goes back up. So I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks. I will be targeting this particular level in order to have my, buy from. Like I said, it's just going to be bullish, all right? It's just going to be bullish. And let me see if I can have a resistance level here. If I have this, you can see that price trying to break out, but coming back, breakout. I think at some point to break out, retest up on top of the trend line and continue going to the upside. Right? So both GBP, USD, and our Euro USD, they're looking bullish. And I think it's going to be bullish for a while, right? It's going to be bullish for a while. Please, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? I don't know if you are following. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Aside hearing me, are you understanding my analysis so far?
Yeah, sure, we're following.
Very well.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Good. So let's move on. You're welcome. I think, for instance, I think this is more like they're looking more straightforward for me. All the while the USD was gaining strength, it pushed most of the currencies against it to the support level. This is NZD USD, and I can bet you, I've not checked. I can bet if I check, it would have hit a major support level. Let me look at from my USJPY. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let me look at my 4-hour time frame, 4 hours. Exactly. You can see NZD-USD also hit this support level. You can see this support level also. It gave us a false break, but to me, I think that's what I'll just term it as a liquidity sweep. On my 4-hour time frame, you can see that price on NZD-USD also was pushed to support level, a major support level for that matter, and it's trying to pull up again from this particular support level. So we have a support to work with. We have a support to work with. Price has broken structure. Oh no, it has not broken structure. I need price to get to this level, take out this particular resistance. Take out this particular resistance right here. Take out this resistance right here. And then if I apply my moving average, let's see, most likely price is already above the moving average. Let me just quickly apply my moving average, 50. I'm applying my moving average 50 and 21. Both of them exponential. Both exponential. This is 21 now. Then let me use red. Okay. So you can see they are both exponential moving average. Shift is 0. I don't want to skip any price. Yeah, like I said, price is already above my moving average for NZD USD. And let's see, control, right. Unlike my Euro USD, or which one, where I could have my trend line. You know, I can't have a trend line for this. I can't have a trend line. So it gave me equal lows around here. This support, equal lows. So I can't use the trend line. I can only use the horizontal line. Now, if I want to draw my trend line, it's not really going to be that, you know, it's not going to fit as much. There's not enough data to work with yet. I don't like having just 2 touches. Although the second time is good so that you would know if you to possibly get there again. But if you have to go by this, you notice that price, first of all, have my first and second touch here. And if I extend it just like that, price already broke below my trend line already. So is it that it's coming back to this level? I might not be able to tell. Okay, I can't tell for now. But all I can say is NZD USD also is going to be bullish for a while. It's going to be bullish for a while. At least just see how massively bearish it was. See how massively bearish it was. So where do we have equal high resistance? Somewhere around, we have, let me use my 4-hour time frame to do that. My 4 hours time frame to do that. Okay. So we are looking at, let me see, this level. We are aiming for this level. At least price should be taking out resistance before that particular level. You can see how far it is. So price will just keep taking out. So it needs to take out this resistance. It also needs to take out another one slightly here, this resistance, and finally getting to that point. So they are all looking very, very bullish. USD JPY. This guy, usually it's like straightforward, but of recent, it has not been that straightforward. You know, it has not been that straightforward. One of my best instruments to trade, but it has not really been that straightforward. You can see one of the disadvantage trading USJPY is that after being massively bullish for a long, it can be bullish for 1 month straight. In fact, sometimes a month and a half, and you can be shocked to have 2 months straight bullish, like massively bullish momentum. Now, what it does is it gives you that it induces you into always wanting to buy USDJPY. Like you don't even want to see reasons to sell. You just want to keep buying USDJPY, right? And if you are lucky to have caught the bullish momentum, when the bullish momentum started, you would have enjoyed that bullish run. And the problem now is, psychologically speaking, you don't see any reasons to sell. You cannot even justify a sell except for fundamentals. If it goes down for fundamental, it quickly recovers again. Now, but the problem is, once it starts to go down, it can become like massively down. You just find out that you have like 2 or 3 losses back to back because you're always trying to buy it back up again and it keeps going further down. You want to buy it back up again, it keeps going further down. So which we had around this level. Okay, on my 1 hour time frame, you can see how massive these cells were. Let me put it this way. 2. Excuse me. I just want to show you something. You can see how massive this cell was. All right. So guess what? I think I took like 2 losses back to back at this point. I think I took one here. At this point here, I was trying to buy it back up again. All right. Now, small profits, hoping that it gets at least to the high, all of a sudden came down, took me out. But I think I put it back up here again. I do like 2 back-to-back losses of this guy. So, and that's not the first time. After winning so much, winning so much on USD, getting a lot of profits. So that is just the downside. But we are now on that upward momentum again. We are back to the upside on USD JPY. So if I use my trend line to follow this guy. Now, this is the basic rule of drawing trend lines. There is a rule for drawing trend line. Now, what is that? That rule is you are just concerned about the first time and the second time price touched. The first time and the second time. Every other one is inconsequential. All right. Let me make this look smaller. Okay. So what do I mean? I'll pick the first time and the second time, and I just draw it like that. This is the first, second, and I just draw it all the way up like that without being biased. All right. So then you can come to your lower time frames. You can do a little bit of adjustment and check it out. So we'll find out that the first time when that bullish momentum started, I need this thing to when it started, give us a false break but came back inside. All right, thank you. So when it started, give us a false break but came back inside around this level and retested and it held. So you find that this is the main support line, right? Now also, let's see what happened again. You know, give us a touch here, false break, but came back inside, false break, came back inside. Broke, retested, and it wanted to give us a bearish momentum, but fortunately, we are back up again. So even our USJPY is bullish. And you'll notice also that in moving to the upside, it has been breaking resistance, breaking resistance, all right? So all we just need to do is also to target new high. It's also bullish. It has broken this equal resistance, so we are looking out for our target at this point here. Okay, so USD JPY also looking bullish. So if we look at gold, gold, if you remember what I said post-election, it was going to the upside. Got it on my 4-hour time frame. Upside massively. Now, sorry, pre-election, now post-election, downside. Now, is gold already trying to recover all of that? So you can see that where price is right now is at a resistance level. Is at a resistance level, resistance of this previous support here, which gave us a false break, came back inside, tried to respect it at this level, broke it, retraced. I'm sorry, broke it, and it held as a resistance at this level here. Okay, it held at resistance at that particular level. So, okay, broke, retested, and you can see that price is already holding as a resistance. Also due to the fact that USD currently is gaining some strength. So the more US dollar keeps gaining some strength, gold has a possibility of going to the downside, right? So gold also looking bearish. looking bearish. I envisage a bearish movement for good for most part of today, except, and given that we don't really have fundamentals for USD, except the crude oil inventory, but I still think that in the long run, the only condition for which I will buy gold, or I will recommend buying gold, is if gold can break above this resistance right now, because this is the only stumbling block to buys. This is the only stumbling block for buyers. So buyers are waiting for price to break above the resistance, possibly give you a retest, then start buying it. And sellers are hoping that this resistance keep holding price and pushes it back to the downside. Now, from what I can say, even if price will be pushed to the downside, it might not be that much. It might not be that much, all right? It might not be that much. But for today, yes, most likely it's going to be bearish, all right? Most likely it's going to be bearish for today. And that is for gold. Let's see. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any question? Adeyemi, are you on a trade on oil? Someone is raising. Matthew, all right? Matthew, you can go ahead with your question. Yeah, I've asked to unmute. You can go ahead with your question. Okay, you don't have any question again, Matthew?
I said, please help us analyze DE40.
DE40.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. So you see what I want.
So please help us analyze.
I want.
Thank you.
Okay, I will, but I think I don't want us to look at it in this. Look at it in, how do I put it now? I want us to be doing this analysis together to an extent. You know, I don't want you to take my analysis as alpha and omega. I expect that in the long run, what I'm doing, we should be able to replicate it. Now, this is what I will ask you to do, right? Once we are done with this analysis, go to our YouTube channel at Riley Trade. Go back and watch previously analyzed videos. You will see how we do analysis. You will be able to develop your own unique style of doing analysis, right? What I want to be hearing is, DE40, is it going to continue being bullish, or is it going to be bearish? You know, perhaps you have done your own analysis. You just want to confirm your own bias, right? I would be much more happy if you already have a bias. You are just trying to confirm if I'm also seeing that same thing. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Now, DE40 was pulling up yesterday. It dropped all the way to a particular support. This is DE40. It dropped all the way to this level. Now, you would think it broke this support, but it didn't. This was what happened. If you look at 4-hour time frame, you will realize that if I bring this guy back, if I bring it back to this level from where it started from, all right, from where it started from, you will see this, right? And if I take this equal lows, you'll notice this. So price only came to sweep liquidity yesterday, and from there it started going back up. This is what happened. Now it broke above this particular resistance. We tested and it's going up. So yes, most likely it's going to continue to the upside. The last time price did a massive sell, mark this area where we can possibly be selling from, right? This is an area of supply. Abdurrahman, I'll get to you. Let me just finish this DE40. Sorry about that. And this is an area of supply, and I'm not using demand and supply strategy to analyze price right now. I'm just using my market structure, support, and resistance. Basically, I think that suits the market well at this moment. You know, so when price was massively dumped around here, we have what we call a drop-based drop pattern, which we usually use to identify our supply. Then for demand, we have a rally-based rally pattern, which usually used for demand, right? So we mark this place, hoping that when price goes back to this level, we are going to be selling from there. And you can notice that price held, didn't sell massively. This resistance level has been holding, and finally yesterday, it gave us that sell we're looking out for, right? So inside of that sell, now remember this same pattern. Okay, this pattern we have here is a drop base drop pattern. This one here we have is just a drop pattern. But inside this drop pattern, I can identify another level of supply. Another level of supply, which is like a resistance, but I prefer supply to resistance. I prefer supply to resistance. What is the difference? Supply holds more weight. Let me use maroon for this one. Okay. So price might actually not really get to the resistance. This level here, you might get here and you can see most likely another dump. Now, if I were you, I want to be in the market to see how price will react at this level. If I start seeing a reversal pattern, like a bearish engulfing, a hanging man, or an inverted hammer, so to say, if I start seeing such patterns, then or seeing a candle, a lot of indecisive candle, right? A candle whose body is less than 50% of the total range, including the high and the low, then price has slowed down at this level and is about to turn. Or if I start seeing around this resistance, I start to see small candles. The candles become small like this, become small, and they start to range. Most likely it's going to tumble down to the downside, okay? So that is what we're watching out for here. But one thing is sure, price will most likely get to this level. It will get to this level. And will it respect the supply? Most likely. But if it breaks above the supply, then we now have a bullish movement at our hands. Let me see. If it breaks above, then it's going to the high now, to this resistance level. And we are going to be seeing price all the way to this high. All the way to this high, okay? On the condition that it breaks above this previous supply level, which it started off as supply, it now became resistance. Now, look at it. How would you have known that price will stop at this level? Our resistance is here, right? So you were expecting price to come here before it has any chance of going back to the downside. But there are certain patterns that you would see on the charts, all right, that will tell you what price is most likely going to do in future. So because of this supply identified already, price will most likely respect the supply. If at all in the long run it's going to break it, but at least respect the supply. So that's why we identified this level that price will stop here before it attempts going to this our resistance level. Okay. So for D40, yes, to pull up to this level, it might respect this level. And if it doesn't, if it breaks above this level, then
No volume. There's no volume.
I am so sorry. So sorry. My network was out. Um, please. Can everyone hear me? Or can anyone hear me at least?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. So that is for D40. We are looking out for price to keep pushing up at least onto this level. Now, if it breaks this particular level, we keep buying, but otherwise, it can possibly respect this level and keep going to the downside. All right. So that's D40. Then US 100, right? Okay. So if you notice also US 100, we have a massive dump and it's beginning looking like a strong recover. Let's see. Okay, please go ahead with your question, Angel. Go ahead with your question. I don't know. Let me see, Angel, if I can unmute you. Okay, go ahead. You can unmute and ask your question, Angel. I can't hear you. Hmm. I can't hear you. Maybe it's just me. Okay, yeah, please go ahead, Angel. I would appreciate if you come in now because we don't have time. Okay, I can't hear you though. I think it would be best if you just type your question. It will be best if you type your question, right? So let's continue. Okay. So where were we? US 100. Let's see from our 4-hour time frame. We are looking at, like I said, we are looking out for our major support, resistance, and looking at it with market structure. How do you know the strength of the dollar? Check it from the dollar index. There are different ways to know. I have something on my chart here, the currency strength power. Once I apply it, I can see the strength of the dollar as against other basket of currencies, right? So currently dollar is like 66, 64%. GBP is the highest with 86%, and it's changing. So this is currently live in the market. And for those, yeah, it is changing. You can see how it's changing. It's currently 69 right now, right? So I have this on my chart. Then if otherwise, if you don't have that on your chart, you can use this website, livechart.co.uk, livechart.co.uk. Then you can click on currency strength meter. Then it will show you the strength of currencies. My network is a bit slow this morning. Waiting for it to pop up anymore. This thing is so slow this morning, so slow. I am so sorry this morning. Um, apologies. Like I said, my internet goes off when the light goes off, and the light has been just going on and off and on and off. So sorry about that. Right. So sorry. I'm not sure anyone can hear me. Please, can you hear me so we can just finish up our analysis?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Loud and clear.
So let me just finish this analysis. Like I said, US 100 also, I would prefer that the dollar is down for all of these stuffs to really go to the upside. So price just took out a resistance level right here. Price just took out this resistance. Okay, so like I said, price just took out this particular resistance right here, previous resistance, and I don't think we've had a good test, but price is looking to the upside, and from what I can tell, if price keep pushing up, then we'll be targeting this particular level right here. So I think price will be trading inside of this level right here, up, down. So if it comes back down, most likely going to be buying it, and goes back to the upside, most likely going to be selling this guy again. So if you are currently selling US 100, I'm not sure if at all it comes down, it might not go below this particular support level. It might not go below here. Hopefully, by the time it comes to this level, you should be out of your negative. And if not, you might consider just taking it out, because if it gets back to this support, it might start the upward movement all over again. And if it gets to this resistance, it might start pulling all the way down. Now, this is it. For the fact that price just left support, hopefully it continues going to the upside. What I'm just looking out for is, if price is close to support, is it going to keep going to the upside? Most likely, until it gets to what can stop that upward movement, which is most likely a resistance, but not any kind of resistance. Either a strong resistance or an identified supply. And I think I have one here. Remember our drop-based drop pattern? Yes, there is one right here. There is one right here, and price is just at that level right now. No wonder price has been ranging. Yeah, this is a supply area right here. So hopefully this supply area holds price and drops it back down. But the distance between this supply area and this support, now support because it was resistance before, is too tight, like it's too close. Price might just break out either to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so price should be trading inside of this range for now. Inside of this range for now. If we have a breakout, it's going to the upside. All right, and otherwise, price is just coming down. What's the possibility of price coming here? I don't think it's likely. I don't think it's likely. Price just continue being bullish. I think two more. I've been seeing oil. Okay, Abdurrahman, please, if you can make it brief, I would like to make it brief. All right, please, you can unmute and ask your question.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I think on to Mr. Prof, right? Yeah, actually, this is for like 2 years now. And I have from your analysis, from the morning analysis classes,
please take away the echo.
In fact, I've not been joining the class for.
Let me see. Just hold on.
Please mute. So give Pamoroti.
Please, every other person should just please mute. I don't know the cause of this echo right now. Even on my side, I think I'm experiencing that echo. Okay, let's try it again.
Okay, sir. I think
yes,
I'm much clearer now, right? All right. So I've been trading for like 2 years now since I joined Rally Trade, and I thank God that I've learned a lot through morning analysis. And for the past 4 months now, up to 5 months, I've not been joining the morning class analysis. But one thing I get to understand is that despite the fact that I knew a lot about the market, I found out that having challenges with psychology. I don't allow my trade to run. I only, scalp most of the time. That fear in me, and not knowing that, not that I don't know the market. I knew very well how the chart runs, how the candlesticks, actually.
The challenge is that phobia.
The challenge is the psychology, the fear in me. I
can't get the market to take away your profits.
Yes, most of the times, yes. That's been my challenge, please. Whether you can help me.
I think I question now. Yeah, like I said, it's more of the psychological part of trading. There are different stages to it. Understanding the charts is not that difficult. If you pay attention, you learn, you rehearse, you keep doing over, you get the chart. But the most difficult part is that psychological aspect. Like you said, sometimes you're in profit and you fear that the market will take away your profit. Hence, you just want to close it out. You close it out, check back in a few minutes or few hours, you find out that price actually went massively in your direction.
That's very true.
And if you keep trading that way, you will just be getting peanuts from the market. And if you are in a losing position, you will most likely remain on that losing position, hoping the market will reverse, right? Can you do the same thing when you are in profit? Can you hope the market will keep giving you more?
No.
Profit. So I think there's a class tomorrow. So let me just cut it short so I can finish the analysis. Yes, there's a class tomorrow by 11 a.m. Is trend trading. It's called trend trading strategy. And you can only trade the trend when your psychology is sound. I would show you how to remain in the market when you have some level of certainty that this market will keep going in your direction. Right? I will show you how to know when price will reverse and from what point. If you notice me, I usually try to mention that, if price starts going up, most likely it gets to this level, before it can reverse. If it goes down to this level. So how to do all that. So that will make you remain in that market. You need that confidence. If you don't have confidence in your own analysis, you will not remain in the market. That's the first thing. Right? So please, the training is by 11 a.m. tomorrow. 11 a.m.
Okay.
tomorrow, as we are here, please just come also for that particular training. So we'll look how to trade the trend. I trade the trend. So and let me just quickly wrap up. Thank you so much for the question. I really appreciate it.
I heard medicine is
tomorrow.
The link will
Thank
be
you
sent
so
to
much.
I have a question.
Yes, please. Quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Currently, I'm on selling. I've
Good
been
morning.
selling USD since yesterday. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I've been selling Euro USD since yesterday, and currently it's still on loss. Like I'm still on loss. I'm not yet in profit. So right now,
Euro
I don't know.
USD. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if I should go out of the market or I should still hold on in this case now.
Okay, let me see what it is there. Now, like I said, you said you've been selling it.
Yes, I've been on selling since yesterday.
Okay, if you listen to our analysis from the beginning here, like I said, we start from the top. If you look at it on the daily time frame, you will notice that Euro USD, as much as it has been selling. So you see that sell that it has been selling for a long time induced you into selling more, not knowing that it has gotten to a massive support. Can you see this on my screen right now?
Yes, I can.
You can see that this is a support level that Euro USD has been selling and it has sold to right now. Right? It has sold to that support level again. So most likely it is just respecting that support and trying to pull back to the upside. So Euro USD is going to be more biased. It's going to be more bullish. Now, like I said, if you see it's going up gradually, right? Following this trend line. And it is not really giving us that massive buy. So price can still tap down to this place. I would suggest if price gets to this level and you see that price wants to start pulling back to the upside, you just get out of that position if you are not in profit yet. Because if you don't, you'll be shocked that price will just spike up and start going up. Remember, this is a support level. Price has a long way to go. A long way to go. There's one resistance, the second resistance, and multiple resistance ahead, which price I'm envisaging that price will break those resistance, right? So that is for Euro USD. So lastly, I need to join another meeting right now. So let me just, this is oil. The same thing for oil. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah. So this is oil, and this is the support level here. This is on the 4-hour time frame. So if you go deeper, you'll find out that oil is using this level as support at the moment. And if you find out also, this is a very, very strong level of support. So you can see that price has been respecting this by daily time frame. Very, very strong level, significant level of support. So hopefully price starts really, really going to the upside. So I see oil in the long run is also going to be bullish. In the long run is also going to be bullish. I need price to break. First off, I need price to break above this particular level here, which I've been serving as a resistance to price. Okay, still a bit down. Once price can take out this resistance, this is what is stopping price from going to the upside right now. This our previous support here. Price broke and is respecting the resistance right now. So if price can take this out, then the bullish momentum can so for now, price inside of this range, this resistance and this support. So just watch out. Once price breaks above here, you keep buying, and I won't be surprised if price comes back all the way down, but not to this support level, but to this level here. To this level here. This is where the support is. All of these are just false break. All right. I'll teach you how to really gain support and how to know when there was a false break so that you will know where the support level exactly is. Okay. So please don't forget to join that class tomorrow, where we're going to be sharing everything. Lastly, Euro GBP. I think I mentioned the fact that Euro GBP also should be on a bullish momentum, owing to the fact that the same thing. This is a support level. Price is just trying to come lower to that support place, but price has crossed. The time for the class is 11 a.m. So I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for that class. All right. Thank you very much for your time this morning. I wish you a very, very peaceful day. All right.